We've all been there. You've taken a ship with a very prominent canopy into a combat to fight the good fight, and you've bitten off more than that canopy can handle, even if the rest of the ship is holding up fine. It starts with a cracking sound, but eventually, if you keep pushing your luck, the screen shatters and your helmet seals up to give you a limited amount of air before you expire like a carton of milk that's been left out in the sun too long. Unless, of course, you manage to get your ship to a port in time or manage to resupply your air for another limited amount of time. But there's another problem too. As soon as that canopy shatters, your heads-up display abandons you quicker than the hopes and dreams of Elite having ship interiors added. But there is a fix for that. I mean, the HUD disappearing, not the lack of ship interiors. I don't think this is hugely common knowledge, given that I found this out by accident and the few commanders I've mentioned it to didn't know it until I mentioned it. But there's a neat little trick that you can do to restore your HUD when your canopy's been shot out, and that fix is to simply switch on your night vision. That's literally it. Night vision means you can see what's directly ahead again, plus all the targeting reticules that disappeared have come back. It doesn't do anything to help with the other bad things that happen with an open window into the vacuum of space, but it means you can finish the fight that you're in or have better visibility when on approach to a station in Super Cruise. Obviously, prevention is better than cure. If you've got an advanced field maintenance unit, or AFMU for short, you can repair the canopy if it's taken damage, but once it's popped, you need to get your ship back to a pad to get it repaired ASAP before you run out of air. So if you've got the space, it's well worth bringing one of those along, especially if you're planning on travelling deep into the black and away from places with repair shops. The other way to reduce the risk is not to fly with a Lakon ship, as Lakon love huge exposed canopies, but that's pretty tricky when the Chieftain is as fun to fly as it is, or the Challenger for that matter. Also, if you do want to use a ship that's not made by Lakon, I'd also advise not jousting in a Vulture. If the worst happens though, regardless of whether you can see properly or not, you want to make sure you've got enough air to get to the docking pad. This is controlled via your life support module and gives between 5 and 25 minutes to resupply your oxygen depending on the module racing. If you're close to running out though, all isn't lost. If you have the materials, you can synthesize more, but make sure you kick this off in time. Otherwise the air will be replenished after you've suffocated to death. I like to make sure I've got at least 30 seconds of air in the tank before synthesizing more, just to be on the safe side. That's pretty much it for this video, short and sweet. Next one will be the Federal Corvette review, which will hopefully go up in the next week or so. I'm sure a good chunk of this is common knowledge, except for maybe the night vision bit, but hopefully this has helped at least one person out there. That aside, much love and 07. Thank you.